Hello everybody and welcome to the premiere episode of IHW Countdown, the Riverview Sunfest edition. My name is Remy Petit and I am the general manager for IHW. We're trying out a new format to get you up to date for the upcoming events for IHW, so please let us know if you enjoy this, if you want us to continue. It's a test pilot and we'll see how you guys like it. Now let's start things off how we usually start off all our events, and that's with the Mega Pass. And the first Mega Pass match that we have for you is the Ghost Ricky Mortis will take on Kirk Obey. Now, Kirk Obey has been in a little bit of a losing streak lately ever since, well, he lost the television championship. He's been a little bit of a slump, but he's looking to rectify that on the Mega Pass against the newcomer Ricky Mortis, who's hungry for a victory and will do anything and everything to gain a victory on a big name like Kirk Obey.
Ryan Storm, Julian Young, you may think you're done with us, Perfect Storm, but the Hateful Dead is not done with you. But we have June 27th coming up at Sunfest, and we're going to take out that resentment and anger in singles action against Joey White and Kirk Obey.
And he matched up the Ghost Ricky Mortis against Kirk Obey? Yeah, he's a pretty tough wrestler, but he's never been in the ring with the Ghost Ricky Mortis. The Dead obeys no one.
Joey White, you are absolutely the future of this business. You got a great look, you're technically sound, you've got that long, luscious hair. God didn't give me a choice. God took that from me, so I'm going to take out that anger and hate against you, Joey. I'm going to grab you by your beautiful blonde hair. I'm going to punch you in your stupid face. And I'm going to leave you battered, beaten, and broken in your own bodily fluids. At the end of the day, Joey White, Kirk Obey, and eventually Perfect Storm, we're going to make you grateful for the Hateful Dead.
We just heard from Ricky Mortis, and I know I've been calling him Mortis, but it's Mortis, I'm sorry about that, and his tag team partner, the Mauler James Manning, who was scheduled to be in our next Mega Pass matchup. However, I've been informed that he's not medically cleared. He will be at the event, but he's not medically cleared to actually compete. Therefore, I had to find a replacement, and it's going to be the newcomer Ryan Shamel, who will go one-on-one with Joey White, who's been a rising star in the maritime scenes. Both of them actually are rising stars in the maritime scene, and they're looking to prove to each other and to the crowd who will be the best out of those two coming up at Sunfest. Our final match on the Mega Pass will see the return of Thad Howitt go one-on-one against Starchild. Now, Thad has been a part of IHW in the past, but we haven't seen him in a little bit, and he's looking to come back with a vengeance when he goes up against Starchild, who's been having a little bit of a rough go lately, but he's looking to turn that around against the maritime juggernaut. It's a classic case of speed versus strength. Who will come out on top? Join us for the Mega Pass and you'll find out. Next up, we have a student versus teacher match when Covey Christ goes one-on-one with the big man from the Bayou, Bobby Boyette. Now, Bobby has been on quite a roll lately with IHW. He's been gaining a lot of momentum with the crowd. But he has a tall task ahead of him when he faces off against his teacher, his master, if you will, Covey Christ, who will not take it lightly on his student. I'm sure Covey probably has some tricks that he's never taught Bobby, but you should never underestimate the big man from the Bayou. Speaking of which, let's throw it right now to Bobby Boyette for some words on his upcoming contest.
Riverview, I feel like a plumb fool. I was given an opportunity for the Honor Championship. And I guess I was naive. I cannot believe I let that snake, Hollywood Cole, fool me multiple times. I am striving to be worthy of my place at IHW. I am trying to earn things like that opportunity I was given. And I'm out there like a naive summer child, not knowing what's coming for me. Well, you know what I'm going to do, IHW? You know what I'm going to do, Riverview? I'm going to earn that place. I'm going to prove, and I'm going to improve. See, what I clearly need to do is be prepared for anything. You know, I got to know the unknown. I got to be ready for whatever an opponent might do, whether it the low road or not. So what I need to do, I need to go up against someone like Covey Christ. Covey, I know you know every dirty trick in the book. And that's exactly why I got to prove myself against someone like you. Because I know you'll do whatever it takes to win. And I got to rise above that and do it the right way and prove my place at IHW. Riverview, June 27th, you're going to see me bring my best. I'll see you there.
Innovative hybrid wrestling. When I was 18 years old, I went away to Windsor, Ontario to train with the #1 wrestling school in North America, to train at the Harvard of professional wrestling under Scott D'Amore's tutelage, so that I could come back to the Maritimes and hopefully one day hoist above my head one of the most important titles in Canada today, the IHW Heavyweight Championship. But since I've gotten to IHW, I just keep finding myself in situations over and over and over and over and over again where other people's drama, other people's problems, other people's issues keep costing me on my path to the top. And that's no one's fault but my own. I keep putting myself in those situations. I keep trying to be helpful. I keep trying to be a friend, and it keeps biting me. Bobby Boyette, I respect you. You're a real one. There is no one in the Maritimes as big, as strong, and as committed, as passionate as you are. But you forget. I may have taught you everything you know, but I haven't taught you everything that I know, Bobby. When I see you in the ring at IHW, I'm coming for that win. I'm coming to raise my stock, to go back to the top of IHW, and to win the IHW Heavyweight Championship. And until then, I'll be training hard. I'll see you then, Bobby.
Let's move along now to our tag team division with IHW's current most prominent tag team, the Perfect Storm, consisting of Julian Young and Ryan Storm. They've been throwing down the gauntlet lately to challenge basically any team in the Maritimes to step up to them because they're ready to show that they are one of the best tag teams in the Maritimes. Now, last time, that challenge was accepted by the new tag team of the Hateful Dead, but the Perfect Storm is opening up the challenge once again. Who will step up? Find out at the Riverview Sunfest. Our next match is the first championship match of the evening, which will see the new IHW Honor Champion Hollywood Cole take on what is probably going to be his toughest and most strong, stylish opponent in Jason Boa. Now, the IHW Honor Championship was introduced at our last event, and it comes with a special set of rules where there will be no champion's advantage. Now, what is a champion's advantage? Usually when you're a champion, if you're either disqualified or counted out, you still retain your championship. But with the honor title, those rules go out the window, meaning that if you are the champion and you get disqualified or counted out, you will lose that championship. Now, Hollywood Cole successfully defended that championship at our last event, and he looks to do the same with Jason Boa, but Jason Boa has been on quite a tear lately, and he might just choke out his competition. But Hollywood Cole, he's very smart, cunning, and he'll do what he can to retain that championship. Now, speaking of which, let's throw it to the Honor Champion right now, who will has some words for his opponent coming up at Sunfest.
You know, people have been saying that I'm not an honorable champion. And honestly, I'm offended. I mean, this title was made for me. Hollywood Cole is the epitome of honor. I'm going to continue to prove that June 27th at the Coverdale Rec Center when I defend my honor championship against Jason Boa. Jason, I know the kind of man you are. Kind of sick, demented music you listen to. The fact that you enjoy torturing people. And honestly, I respect it. You don't get to be Hollywood without being a little psycho yourself. Jason, you're a sadistic killer in the ring, but I'm a superstar. And I shine brighter than anyone else on the IHW roster. So you will drown under the bright lights of Hollywood. And then you'll know that you need me more than I'll ever need you.
It will be an honor to rip Hollywood Cole apart limb from limb. That Honor Championship, it's not for the happy-go-lucky. It's not for the cowards. It's for the killers, just like my wrestling. In the snake pit, they demand violence. They want to see me choke Hollywood Cole the hell out. And June 27th at the IHW Riverview Sunfest, Hollywood Cole is going to breathe his last breath to the roar of the crowd. Choke.
Hello? Hi, Dave. What's up? Nothing. I'm just on vacation. What do you want? What do you mean you're not going to be at IHW this weekend? I'm not going to be at IHW this weekend. No, of course not. I told you this countless times, Dave. I even put it on the firm's credit card. Did you not see the charge? Okay, well, regardless, I won't be there. So I don't care if you're not going to be there, but I won't. Okay, well, I don't care if it's a number one contenders match. I shouldn't have to be in that match because I've already held the belt. I've already proved my way. So listen. I don't care. Sort it out with management. I'll wrestle on the next show. It's not my problem. I'm currently tanning. I'm going to get back to my job now. Sort it out. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Now, in professional wrestling, the card is always subject to change, and that's the case for our next matchup. It was supposed to be 2 qualifying matches to determine who will advance in the Women's Championship, which is making a comeback. However, we just heard from Madison Miles that she will not be in attendance, and she feels like she doesn't need to qualify as she was the previous champion. After some discussions with her manager and herself, Mr. David A. Boyce and Madison Miles, which were exhausting to say the least, we agreed that she doesn't get a bye into the championship match, but she still needs to compete in order to become champion again. But we need to find out who her opponent is going to be. Now, Salem Wilder was supposed to take on Sierra Stone, and Karma Rain was supposed to take on Ronnie Payne. However, unfortunately, Salem Wilder suffered an injury and is out of action for an undetermined amount of time. So, the match will now be a triple threat match between Karma Rain, Ronnie Payne, and Sierra Stone. The winner of that match will go on to face Madison Miles to determine who will be the new IHW Women's Champion. Now, our next match is the most personal one that we've had in a long time, that's been brewing for almost a year to the day. Last year at Sunfest in 2024, LG was scheduled to go one-on-one with Fantana, and right at the beginning of the match, LG suffered an injury and broke his leg, which caused him to be on the shelf for quite a few months, and because of that, he's been blaming Fantana for that injury ever since. He's been making his life a living hell, attacking him, verbal abuse, even to the point where he successfully ripped off his mask at the last event. Now, Fantana, I've known for a long time, very patient man. But you can only go so far until you break someone. And ripping off the mask off his face, which he holds near and dear to his heart, was the final straw. To the point where he decided to put his mask up on the line, as he wants his revenge against LG. I made the match official. Both parties agreed. It will be a mask on a pole match, meaning that a mask will be suspended above the ring in one of the corners, and the only way to win is to climb up the turnbuckle and take the mask off the pole. Now, if LG is successful in doing so, Fantana will unmask forever, exposing his face to the IHW crowd. If Fantana is successful in climbing the turnbuckle and ripping the mask off, LG has to wear a mask on his face for the remainder of the 2025 season. It's personal, it might get ugly, but you don't want to miss this match coming up at the Riverview Sunfest.
Hey guys, it's me, the Maritime Luchador, Fantana! What a load of crap, baby! You know what, Fantana? I want you to rewind the tape, baby, and freeze frame on that little moment that you just saw, because you'll never see me wearing something so stupid and ridiculous ever again. Because that tag team mayhem when we faced off and I beat you 1, 2, 3 in the middle of that ring and exposed your ugly mug to the entire world, I put a nail in the coffin to this feud. I'm done with you, Fantana. I was finished. I beat you. I said what I was going to do all along, and I came across the victor. But you know who had to stick his stupid big nose into Big Bad LG's business? Our new general manager, Remy Petit. Well, Remy, you can't stick your nose in my business for long because you're going to wish you never made this match. And the match that I'm discussing is for Sunfest, baby, June 27th in Riverview. And how fitting is it that it'll be 365 calendar days since we were supposed to have our first match, and I broke my leg. How sweet it is, baby, that 1 year later, I'm gonna get the revenge that I've been waiting for all this time. Because it's mask on a pole, baby. If I win, no. When I win, you're gonna have to remove that mask and expose your ugly mug again to the whole entire world for the rest of your career. And if you beat me, then I have to wear a mask for the remaining calendar year of IHW. What a joke, baby. You don't stand a chance because I'm gonna make a man out of you, boy, and beat you up, down, left, right, sideways, backwards, every which way across that ring, and I'm gonna do it the only way that I know how, and that's viciously and violently, baby. And you wanna know why? It's because life's good when you're the Big Bad LG. Whoa, wait. I think I got a better slogan to use for the end of this promo, baby. And you wanna know why I'm gonna beat you, Fantana? It's because I can, I will, and I must, baby. What a joke.
And it all comes down to this, our final match of the evening, which happens to be our second championship match and the main event, which will see JP Sims challenge the IHW champion, Chris Charters. Now, JP has been looking forward to this rematch for a very long time, ever since he lost the championship in November of last year, but I did tell him that automatic rematches are not guaranteed under my reign, and I'll give it to him. He won the #1 contendership and he earned his championship match. But the hard way Chris Charters is not going to give up lightly. Although I will admit that I spoke to Chris recently and he doesn't seem to be in the best mental state ever since what happened with Chip Chambers at the last event. One of his closest friends just attacked him out of nowhere, and we still don't know why. I've been trying to get a hold of Chip Chambers and he just doesn't return my calls or my messages. So I know that's in his head, in Chris's head, but he knows that he can't take JP Sims too lightly, and he's going to be focused 100% on the king of maritime wrestling. Now, both men, they usually go to war when they face each other, and this time I have no doubt it won't be any different. Who will come out on top as the IHW champion? You know what I'm going to say. Join us at the Riverview Sunfest to find out. And there you have it, folks. That does it for our first edition of IHW Countdown. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you all at the Coverdale Rec Center on June 27th, 2025 for IHW Riverview Sunfest. It is our last stop before our big 20-year anniversary coming up in September. Speaking of which, when you attend the show on the 27th of June, you might see a little surprise at who we have coming, special guest who is an international star. I'll just leave it at that. You'll have to come to the show to find out first. We'll of course be announcing it afterwards, but if you want to find out who it's going to be, make sure you get your tickets and join us for Sunfest. It's going to be a great night of action and entertainment, and I hope to see you all there. I'm the IHW General Manager Remy Petit. À la prochaine.